is going on out there, Junkie Nation? It's your boy Kenshiro. We're back with another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. Actually, I can't even see myself on the screen now. Isn't that fun? That's fun. What happened there? Let's see. Don't know what happened there, but should be okay. Anyway, guys, today's episode we're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four announcement has just come out. We also had the Deadpool Deadpool and Wolverine trailer come out. And some really interesting stuff going down for the wrestling in the wrestling world leading up to WrestleMania. And also we're going to be diving into what is apparently the death of media literacy in our country. I want to welcome everybody if you're watching the show, whether it be on Twitch with the other Steve re-upping his sub or Wolverine Solid X re-upping his sub. Thank you out there. They're on Twitch, but we also got people on Facebook. We're over on Kick, and we're also on YouTube. Wherever you'd like to meet us, we are here to serve you. So as you can see from our names on the screen, I am Kenshiro. To the left of me is the great Daitakuji, spelled out Daitokuji, so you actually don't mispronounce it. Below me is the Dapper One GQ himself, and over in the far right corner, lower right corner, is Simon Says. What's up, fellas? How you doing today? Happy Valentine's Day to my boys.
Yeah.
You have your reasons, so I'll allow that from you.
I mean, no, everybody has their reasons. Valentine's is another made-up holiday.
Bah humbug. Is it though? Well, okay. All right. Let's not go down. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's doing good this week, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on the right side of the ground. Yeah.
You are on the right side of the ground. You're right. You are on the right side of the ground. You are correct about that. Anyway, all of you out there, thank you for joining us. We'll be entertaining you for the next hour until about 10 o'clock. And you're welcome to share any of your comments, thoughts that you would like to share with us today. King Takeem has also re-upped his sub. He is back onto the show. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. So let's talk about the news of the day. Foremost, the long-awaited Fantastic Four announcement has finally arrived. As was rumored, Pedro Pascal is going to be Reed Richards, but joining him, also rumored, is Vanessa Kirby as Susan Storm. Let me get the rest of the casting announcements for you in a moment. But on Valentine's Day, I don't know why they waited to Valentine's Day to tell us who was going to be part of the Fantastic Four. But also joining Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal are Joseph Quinn from who famously was part of the Stranger Things last season. Probably actually stole the season if we're being 100%. And also Eben Moss Baccarat, who's playing Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, which kind of is somewhat important because most people don't know that Ben Grimm is actually Jewish and has been a part of the Jewish faith, and they've actually portrayed that in the comic books a bit. And Eben Moss Baccarat is Jewish, so that's pretty cool for them to do that. But anyway, guys, tell us your thoughts about the casting of the Fantastic Four and what you guys like or dislike about it.
All right, who wants to start?
I mean, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any preference whatsoever. I mean, they're actors. They're supposed to be a different character, when it comes to acting. Pedro Pascal has definitely shown what he can do in many forms, many ways. The guy, does some great stuff. So can he be Reed Richards? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how Reed Richards really is in the comic books, as we have stated a million times. I don't read those things. I love to, but I don't know where to start. And can it be worse than the ones that came out in the aughts? I don't know.
Sure,
we'll have to wait and see.
Sure, but, they could be.
So far, so good.
They could be, but will they be? I mean, the odds I don't think are very good that they will be. But I'm just saying.
As long as they don't
Um,
repeat Fan Four Stick.
man, there,
Mhm.
you
I'm
right
glad I
about
never
that.
saw it.
I
You
saw
right
Fan
about
Four
that.
Stick, and it was a movie. Now, here's a big question for you guys: was it better than Morbius, or was
Was
Morbius
it
better than
better?
Fan Four?
Was it better than Morbius?
Okay, I'll be.
That's a rough one
I've
right
seen it,
there,
so I
man.
Morbius,
can't
I
say.
haven't.
I don't know.
I,
I don't know. Really, I don't. So I'm gonna have to rely
how
on
about
somebody
this?
else
Was it better
who
than Ghost Rider
who
Vengeance?
tortured themselves.
Ooh.
Who tortured themselves watching Fan Forest and can speak to what Dido is talking about.
I mean, I own the movie. I saw the movie in the theater.
Man,
So
you
I
paid
mean,
money to see
the
it in the
movie
theater. Oh man,
was, like Dido said, it was a movie. It had a beginning and an end, and it was a bunch of stuff in the middle that happened, but nobody cared. So I mean,
that's true.
it was what it was. It was up to Frank Castle over there on Facebook, as well as Ali Dopke. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate y'all. Frank Castle chiming in saying Vanessa Kirby is always a win. Susan Storm is a dope, complex character. Vanessa Kirby is the surprise kiss queen. So I wonder if she's gonna have that happen in this movie as well.
I
Maybe
mean,
that's how
okay,
she get
so
together.
from what we could tell, what I've heard is that the show is going to take place in the 1960s. 1968, which is funny enough, right around the time I think when the Fantastic Four comic book first came out in the first place. So it's pretty interesting. It remains to be seen. A lot of people have been making a big deal about a few things. So one of them, and I'm gonna highlight right here. Team is saying over on Twitch, but Reed Richards is white. A lot of people are making a big deal about Pedro Pascal being a Latino, being cast as Reed Richards. And of course, the usual tropes have come out. Oh, Reed Richards is supposed to be Caucasian. He's not supposed to be a Latino. They're going woke and all this other kind of stuff. Somebody talk to that these dudes, we know that they smoking crack, but is it a big deal that Pedro Pascal, he's a white Latino? That's true. And we know that white Latinos can pass as white all day, every day under the sun. So
yeah, they do exist, just like there's black Latinos, and most Latinos that are with people's brains are Native American, you could say Latinos, because they were not Latin or anything at all. They were, tribes of America a long time ago, before the Spanish colonized them. They were people who were native to this area, so they were the indigenous people. So people have to, whatever. God darn, I can't stand it. All these people and everything. Melanin is in everybody's skin. Some have more, some have less. Get over yourselves.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But it's the pigmentation that bothers people, though.
I got less pigmentation than you, but that don't mean shit.
I mean, we can't doubt that. I mean, you are caramel complected. I'm pretty like milk chocolatey. So, but
yeah, I mean, it's just the thing. Who cares, man? He's an actor, and it really doesn't matter. Some people out there, they didn't. If his name was Peter Pascal, they wouldn't give a shit.
That's true. I mean, that's true. That's true.
Hey, Peter. Well, hey guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, the thing,
I love it.
They have to understand is they have 3 other white people on the cast, so 3/4 of your main cast is white. So what's the problem?
Antonio over on Facebook says, I mean, the government considers us white for the purposes of the census, so technically it is accurate. He's right about that. He is 100% right about that.
They definitely do, because where I work, they have a thing they have to fill out, and it says, and I hate using the word Caucasians, because white people, Europeans, are not Caucasian. Caucasian.
I was just getting ready to say that
region of the freaking those are the Caucasians, not people from England, France, Spain, blah blah blah. That's not Caucasian. But regardless, they co-opted that name. I'm gonna go with it for the time being. But with saying that, they do say Caucasian, and then it says Latino or non-Latino. And I have definitely seen people click Latino and Caucasian. You can be a white Latino. jump in a lake.
So wait. So not to play geography and take us back to school, but where is the Caucasus region? What is the Caucasus region?
It's kind of like Central Asia. Like, like Afghanistan, what you call it, kind of area, not really Afghanistan.
Central Asia would technically be around Russia, right? Wouldn't that be kind of like Russia, maybe?
Something like that. The Caucasus Mountains. It's Georgia.
Yes, Russia.
Georgia, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Syria area.
Turkey, Syria.
Azerbaijan.
Okay, so maybe
Turkey,
a third
area.
Well, Turkey people are white. Turkish people are white. So yeah, also okay, I get that. I get that. All right. So
very much light skin, but most people now see the thing is we break this shit down into white or black, because then that would be saying I'm a white African American. Then like that's like the stupidest
the
thing
South
in the world.
South Africans, like the South Africans with their white. I'm a white African. As our favorite South African, Charlize Theron. Yeah. Charlize Theron. But anyway, let's get off of that.
If you got melanin or if you don't have melanin, it's either black or white.
What do we make of Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch? Which some people have been talking about him. He is not your quote unquote handsome heartthrob Johnny Storm like we got with Michael B. Jordan in Fan Forstic, or even Chris Evans in his first comic book role as Johnny Storm in the original Fantastic Four movies. Obviously, we know Joseph Quinn from makeup. Well, yeah, I guess so.
I'm just saying.
I guess.
I mean,
I guess
camera work and all that. Yeah.
But Joseph Quinn, from his star turn in being in Stranger Things, what do you think of that casting? I was a little bit surprised to see him, but at first blush, I like it. What's your guys' thought on
it? I don't mind it. I think he, like I said, he did a good job on Stranger Things. So.
Okay. Other movies Joseph Quinn has been
over.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say he's been in.
I haven't seen anything other than him in.
Well, you may have seen him in A Quiet Place, because he was in A Quiet Place as well. He's obviously best known for being Eddie Munson in Stranger Things, but he was also in
that's
Dickensian.
Who that is.
Yeah, Eddie Munson. BBC. He was in the Dickensian BBC One series. This is his first foray in the MCU, but he was also in Game of Thrones, probably in a very minor role that you probably may have forgotten about. But Eben Moss Bacharach, who was in No Hard Feelings, he was also in Andor, and he was in that the HBO series The Girls, and he's in The Bear as well. What do you make of him as
cousin?
Oh, he was in the Punisher series.
Yes, he was in the Punisher series too. Yeah,
he was Micro. He was Micro. Yeah.
Micro, who basically supplied Frank with a bunch of his gadgets and gear and stuff like that.
Intel and weapons.
That. But I guess he's not reprising that role, huh?
I mean, the thing is, like Dido said, they're actors.
You
they
never
can play
know.
different roles, so. I don't really have much expectations for them, because that's how you get into a situation of, oh, well, they didn't do it this way, so I'm mad and I don't want to go see the movie.
Yeah,
this is why we have the multiverse.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's true. All right, but also we got this week, pivoting to another movie that we're all anticipating, is Deadpool and Wolverine. Came out during the Super Bowl. That and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes were the two trailers that I was really mostly excited about. But this Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, which played right before the game's kickoff, I had to watch that. I watched it a few times. A lot of cool things in there. Not just seeing, pretty much everybody from the Deadpool universe, even people that we thought were dead. Shatterstar is in it. Colossus is in it. Bob, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and her girlfriend are in it as well. But I was very surprised to see the TVA being the vehicle that is going to pull him out of his universe and basically co-opt him in what I think is going to be a riff on Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. And instead it's going to be Deadpool kills the Fox universe. That's what I think it's going to be. What was your thoughts of the trailer, everybody? Wolverine Solid X over on YouTube says the Deadpool trailer was cool. What was your thoughts on it?
I like that they alluded to Patch.
It was cool.
I did too. I thought that was cool. Nice nod. Some people are thinking that that's not Hugh Jackman, but that might be the MCU Wolverine. What do you think of that?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, he was dressed like Patch.
I don't know who the hell's the MCU Wolverine.
Playing cards in Madripoor.
Yeah.
His is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot to speculate. A lot of people speculating stuff because I saw one thing talking about there's going to be more than one Deadpool in there because if you saw some pictures, he got the Deadpool comic accurate belt buckle. Another one has two different, a different glove. Another one got a different glove. And then there's a lot of stuff going on. So like, I don't know. I don't want to speculate about anything. Speculation turn your asshole inside out and it might hurt when you go sit down and watch the movie. So I want to watch the movie. And
I've never heard speculation actually doing that to your body. So that's new to me.
It turns it right inside out.
So you know
puts
this
it on the
person?
outside.
You know this person?
I think that's mostly a you thing that
nope, I've seen it from other people. I've seen them. They turn into assholes.
They turn into assholes. He's right about that. 100%. There you go.
So they turn it inside out because there you see. Anywho, it's just like I want to be able to sit down and watch a movie and because everybody's sitting there. What are they gonna do? What's this gonna be? What's it gonna be about? Oh, well, first off, if they continue with the trailers, we'll find out what it's about. Hopefully, they don't continue with the trailers. Hopefully, they leave as much out and don't show. We already seen Hugh Jackman in the freaking what do you call those things? The
leaked.
The leaked stuff. Hopefully, they don't show him a bit in the trailers at all. We all know he's gonna be there. It's called Deadpool and Wolverine. Don't show him. Like, don't show shit.
So
I'm with you on that.
One thing that we did see is Pyro is back from the earlier X-Men movies. He was shown, so that was a cool nod. Nobody expected to see him. That's pretty cool.
I didn't expect to see anybody in any of those movies. Like, it's just weird seeing freaking Deadpool with that wig. Didn't expect to see that either.
That first thing in my mind was
kind of messed up.
And that on Blade. That whole thing when he said, look at this fucker. That's
from that deleted scene.
Yeah,
Damaskinos is supposed to have a long gray wig on instead of like being a bald vampire. That was crazy.
Talk about this one over on Twitch. Marcus A64, one of our longtime supporters, says, "Was Dr. Doom in that trailer or was he bugging?"
No. Everybody's bugging because if that's Dr. Doom, he looks fucking stupid. And I had to say this on what you call it thing. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me. Ryan Reynolds has paid attention to what the Deadpool character is supposed to be like. He got his mannerisms down. He got his freaking outfit down. He got a lot of stuff down. That's why we like Deadpool. Somebody who pays that much attention, you think they're going to have Doom coming out looking like that?
Exactly.
Some fucking jabroni holding a fucking gun, wearing a goddamn snuggie and shit with a goddamn gas.
I love
mask.
it.
Like,
yeah,
get out of here. Why
I love it.
Think that? It's not
I love it.
Doom.
It's because, like you said, people are trying to tear the trailer apart, trying to read into every single little thing, so they can get mad later and then have their grift, have their grift going. Oh, they didn't do this. It's like they didn't say they were going to do that. That was you that said that. So.
Okay. Hey, couple of good theories, but let's go down the line from the comments. So one thing, everybody that's out there, whether you're watching on Facebook or everywhere else, we would love for you to be like Wolverine Solid X. So my man is watching on 2 different platforms. He's watching on YouTube and he's watching on Twitch. This one's from his Twitch account. It says it's gonna get theaters packed again. So the thing is that people are saying this movie is going to save the MCU. What do you guys say to that? Do you think it needs saving, or was it ever really in danger?
Well, my stance. I think that I'm entertained by all the movies, and everybody else are a bunch of yokels who can't friggin' try to be entertained, and they have too much expectations because it wasn't like how I thought it, or it wasn't like the comic book, or blah, blah, blah. I've been entertained. I don't think it necessarily needs saving in the aspect that it's failing. What I would like it to do is shut all these other people up. I just want them to shut up. So hopefully it comes out in a manner where they just shut up. Because that's all I'm looking forward to. Just
okay.
I don't want to hear the mouse no more. I'm tired of
All right.
of that.
Simon says you take this one. I was personally really surprised about the TVA's involvement in this, and it made me think about who from Loki might be in there. But look at this. Takeem is saying, I bet money, and I want you to put money down, like bet him some money that he thinks it's going to be Renslayer from Loki in that hood. How much money do you want to bet him that it is or is not? What's the over under? Let's set the betting line. You want to start $25?
I'm not going to be like that dude that
penny on
smashed
it
his
that
TV.
is not.
You want to bet what?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bet a penny on it that is not.
You bet a penny. My man playing it safe.
What?
He ain't got no faith. You ain't got no faith.
Speculation?
You ain't got no faith.
No. It's okay. Renslayer? Nah. I mean, it's a possibility, but I mean, that's a totally different series. It's not. Because when I look at it, this is looks like a totally different TVA from the actual series itself.
No,
because I remember
back up. I'm sorry to interrupt, but as people keep doing it again,
go ahead.
TV budget, movie budget. Their outfit's gonna look better.
That's
That's basically it.
It's again, yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, they could, but nah, I don't think they'll put Renslayer in this one.
You don't know. I think it would be.
Again, it's a totally different unit. It's a totally different.
But
it'll be a shock.
Is it really? Is it really? The TVA is supposed to exist outside of time in those other universes. So, could Tom Hiddleston show up in this movie? Could Renslayer show up in this movie?
They could.
Could he who? Well, I think we can bet good money that he who remains will not be in this movie. I think we can. I think that's safe money, right?
He will not.
Yeah, safe money. He won't be in this movie.
Yeah, we can. We can
save money.
We can put money on that.
Yeah, I think there's safe money on that. Safe money.
But I would say it'll be a shock. I say it'll be surprise.
All right. But one thing
again, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
And Robert V. Isaacson, who checking in on Facebook, alludes to the whole Marvel Jesus thing that Deadpool said in the trailer. I think it was pretty cool. But I think a lot of people are pretty much of the opinion that it's going to get all the people really excited and back in the theaters. So take all that superhero fatigue nonsense and cram it up your ass. That's all I gotta say about that.
Exactly.
All right, so we almost have hit the 9:30 mark. We're gonna pivot a little bit more away from Deadpool and Wolverine. Obviously, we're all looking forward to that. But let's talk about something else that we've been eagerly looking forward to, and that's kind of the return of The Rock to WWE. And WrestleMania is just 1 or 2 months away, I think, right? It's in April, I think, isn't it? April. Yeah, April. Yeah. So we're looking forward to having that. But this past week, during Super Bowl week, The Rock was obviously making the rounds, and I think the WWE did a great push during Super Bowl week and before the Super Bowl, kicking it off. The slap heard around the world, the second slap heard around the world, excuse me. Not the first one, not the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap, but we're talking the Rock Cody Rhodes slap that happened. But before that, Rock went on and did a full heel turn on the Pat McAfee show, and it was classic Rock talking about the Cody crybabies, and it was immaculate. If you haven't seen it, it was great. I definitely recommend you go and watch it. But it kind of brought up what we were talking about in our show prep, talking about how The Rock has subtly reintroduced kayfabe to the conversation. And speaking of all of that, what do you guys think about the whole buildup between Rock, the Bloodline, and Cody Rhodes? What do you guys make of that?
I like it. I'm glad it's there because to me, it might make wrestling a little bit exciting. I know there's a few wrestling fans who have never strayed away. I personally stopped watching it after a while because it just got really boring. You knew who was going to win. You knew who was going to have the belt. There was no what is going on. And this, for the first time, they're pushing somebody harder than I can recall them pushing anybody. They're pushing the hell out of Cody Rhodes. The reason Rock is back, the reason why they're doing stuff like this is to be a push. And he may not get that belt right away at WrestleMania. We don't know what's going to happen. But this is a push. It's a big one. Why would you get one of the biggest wrestlers forever to come back. It was supposed to be a match between him and his cousin. And then like, they pushed, they're putting in this, like, come on. And then The Rock is going on interviews and talking, complete, like you said, heel. Yeah. I think it's great. I'm glad that they're doing stuff like this. It might get me to watch it. Might really get me to, sit down. I got the Peacocks. Sit down and watch it.
Okay. Marcus Superior Prior says, "Yep, I'm going since it's an hour away. Second Mania in my life." Hey, that's pretty dope.
That's the best way to do it, man.
Yeah, best way to do it.
Some of us went to the one in Toronto because it was only a drive, basically.
Yeah,
and obviously, I definitely went to the one that was here in Ford Field, which was 23. But
that's when I was like,
yeah. But I mean, the thing that's really cool about this, and like Dido alluded to, it brings back kayfabe. It brings back a lot of interest. Because you have people that don't even really watch wrestling talking about this. And that's, it's like, let's be real. I think I said it last week. WrestleMania is already sold out. They're not doing this to sell tickets. They're doing this for that pay-per-view, hype. And, it's on the Peacock now. So you can basically watch it for the price of Peacock or whatever it is. But they're building a lot of media hype around something that's already basically sold out, and that's just money on top of money. So it's just like, people are saying, "Oh, The Rock needs to." It's like, no, The Rock needs to be here because of the amount of hype and draw that he's bringing into basically what was kind of a dead stick WrestleMania, because CM Punk was, for a lot of people, was supposed to be the guy that was in that Royal Rumble. And Cody got it because CM Punk got hurt during that Royal Rumble. So they're pivoting and making it work. And they're making it bigger than it ever could have been.
An audible.
Yeah, they called a huge audible. And it's freaking amazing. This is just one of those things where it's just like they know what they're doing because they've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. Clearly the people in our chats across the 4 channels are pretty pumped up about this because the comments been going crazy from people that they're really pulling for Cody Rhodes to get this belt, to Mrs. Amarok saying like he's a great heel, but she doesn't think he was The Rock was needed to be in this. You also got I disagree. I'm with you. I totally disagree. And like Dido says, he doesn't even watch wrestling, and Ali Dapke said the same thing. It says, I don't even watch WWE, and much like you said, also GQ, that people that haven't watched wrestling in years their ears have perked up because of what's going on. And especially what happened at that especially what happened with the slap, and then what happened in the post credits when basically Rock was, cussing at Triple H about Cody disrespecting the family and stuff like that. It was great stuff. Everything that they're doing is what we loved about wrestling back in the 90s, because it was the implied realism that you don't know whether it's real or whether it's fake, and it's bleeding over into real life. And yeah, we know damn well that The Rock is playing a character. He's playing the best version of himself. Heel Rock. Heel Rock was the best version of The Rock. 100%. So I'm glad he brought
this
that
Heel Rock is not even like that Heel Rock. I was watching the Rock's TV show, Little Rock or Young Rock, whatever the hell it was called.
Young Rock,
and it made me want to go back because of Peacock and find those old, promos from his beginnings with the Jerry Lawler's, found all that other stuff. When he turned heel, even then, it's not even heel now. Like, people really think that this man is like being a fucking asshole, and I'm like, well, first off, it's totally kayfabe, which I'm happy about. But yeah, it's this is good. It's definitely good from, especially like Primo was talking in the chat, kind of making a distraction away from the Brock Lesnar / Vince McMahon shit, because I hear they're scrubbing, trying to get rid of both of them.
Now,
and that's smart to do, though, because it's one of those things. Because even if you look at some of the chats based around the chatter for this whole thing, there's always that one person that comes in. Oh, well, you got the Vince McMahon thing. It's like most people don't even care anymore. They're so invested in this story and the Cody Rhodes thing and the Rock turning heel and all that it's like, okay, yeah, we know Vince did his thing. That was in the past. We ain't trying to hear that right now. We're trying to focus on this. So I think they're they basically did exactly what they needed to do. It's like, you know, when you really think about WWE right now, you don't even think about Vince McMahon. You thinking about this Cody Rock bloodline thing and all that other good stuff.
Mhm.
So it's like they've done exactly what they needed to do. And I really want that damn bloodline graphic as a shirt. Because
Don't you?
that looked
I mean,
freaking
that
amazing.
was dope.
Yeah.
It
I
went
want
back.
that.
What did you count all the generations that it went back?
It's at
Was
least
that
four,
like
it's 4 generations back.
four
Because his daughter would
generations?
be his daughter would be a 4th generation
Mhm.
superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's four
Yep.
4 generations of family basically.
Do you see them in the midst of this? Do you see them starting to elevate her from NXT and get her involved in this, maybe to give her a push, or is she not ready for that? I haven't seen anything that she's done,
No.
Ava Rain. I haven't seen anything she's done.
Dude,
No,
So I
she's
don't know.
go ahead, Simon.
I've seen her wrestler. She is super green. She is not ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
They put her in that.
Mhm.
They put her in that in the GMO
Mhm.
just for that because she is
Mhm.
not ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Yeah, she's got a long way to go.
Oh man, Mrs. Amarak must be a wrestling fan because she came right out with it. She's like, Ava is not ready at all. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. No, that's fair.
Absolutely. But no, but
So-
she said now Mrs. Amrak said a little bit back that she said The Rock is not needed for that. Is that what she said?
yes, that's what she said. That's
Yeah.
what she said.
I think The Rock is a perfect character for this because if you look at that back at that press conference and that part that you said at the end when they walked past Triple H and he kind of cussed them out.
Yes.
If you notice who was walking in front, who was basically in charge at that point, it was The Rock.
It was The Rock.
That's right.
So it's like he's already kind of taken the spot of the head of the
Taking over.
table without
can
even
see-
having the match. So it's like,
Here's how I can.
go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Here's how I can see this play out. So everybody saw the that whole before this all started with the Cody and The Rock. He stepped aside. That I watched it and I saw at least 250,000 dislikes. So they were reading the room and they said, okay, let's pivot this and make it to where Cody is going to do the
Be the
match.
face. Okay. Yeah.
How I see it is, be Roman
Yeah.
versus Cody. Now, the story was that it was always going to be Rock Roman at Mania 40, and then head of the table all that. Rock loses, and Roman goes on to try to break Hogan's record all the way up until I think all the way up to Germany. But since this is pretty much almost becoming its own yes movement with the Cody Rhodes thing, I think they may have to like switch it to where possibly Cody wins this belt and then The Rock turns on Roman and he becomes head of this table. I can see that pivoting to that actual storyline, but who knows? They may still want to keep that whole record going, which would piss everybody off in that stadium, including a lot of other fans that watched it, if Roman does leave with the belt. But it could be that I could see how if it becomes to that point to where they want to do this in the storyline, Roman loses, The Rock gets pissed, and he literally kicks him out the family, and they start the feud for the head of the table.
Yeah.
I can see that, and then also I can also see them deciding to like, let's go ahead and let's do the break Hogan's record. But I don't know. I mean, I cannot see them. I can't see Cody taking the L. Not this year.
But we know wrestling is infamous for pushing champions that the general fans, love to hate. How long did they keep Macho Man away from that Intercontinental Championship until he finally got it, right? And how long did Andre the Giant hold that title? You barely ever saw him, but the fans wanted Hogan to have it. It took them forever to do that, but they kept wanting to push the quote unquote unbeatable champion. And 100% Roman Reigns is the latest example of that, and that's why I don't see them ever. It's like the whole romantic comedy, will they, won't they type thing, right? Where they have this tension for forever, but as soon as they get over, right, the whole relationship, the whole thing kind of just loses all of its power. Cody is being pushed so hard because everybody's pushing for him, similar to the way that Daniel Bryan was back almost 10 years ago. He's riding that wave. He's got a great theme song. Like, dude, his theme song is incredible. The way the crowd gets into doing his song every time it hits, I haven't seen anything like that in years.
Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura, yeah, but I feel like you can make arguments whether which one is greater. But I get you, I hear you. But I just feel like if
they were doing that in AEW,
right. But I think if they give Cody the belt at this Mania, it'll immediately lose all of its luster. I think they could ride that wave a little bit more. What do you guys think?
Here's the thing: if Cody wins at Mania, he's going to get injured by SummerSlam. That's just his track record. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's truth. Real quick response to Mrs. Amrock. She said that the fan in her wants to see more of the NXT kids, get their shine, and I guess that's kind of why she was saying that The Rock wasn't as needed. The problem is this is WrestleMania 40. This is a huge milestone. You got to come out with all the stops. You got to bring out all the heavy hitters that you can get, and The Rock is one of the heaviest hitters there is.
Yep. And Triple H.
Some of those, I've watched NXT, and some of those stars are not ready. I mean, there's one that I like, Obafemi. Oh man, y'all got to look at his some of his he's good on the mic.
Okay.
I can just tell you that
we need more of the wrestlers to have some really, really, really good mic skills. We do. Like,
I think you're going to get that.
Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Simon.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. You are going to get that because they work on that down at NXT. They work on promos. They work on aside from their ring prowess, they put more emphasis on promo skills because, like I said, the character Omafemi, I believe he's Nigerian, and even though he doesn't have an accent, if you watch his promo, the actual crowd is into it because like he presents himself as like a warrior type. He's a big dude.
He's Omos with personality.
Yes,
because I saw him yesterday for the first time when NXT was on. I'm like, hold on, when did Omos get a personality? When did he get a belt? I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. So,
and it's funny, yeah, and you got the crowd. The crowd's in it, into it. They're doing like a warrior chant for him and everything. So yeah, that and funny thing, they brought and I kind of find it's ironic. They brought in Brian Pillman Jr., his son, to NXT. He's killing it.
Yeah,
and when he was in AEW, wasn't doing jack. He's here at NXT. He's killing it.
Okay, no, it's good.
I mean, the thing is, you got Triple H running the creative. You got Shawn Michaels, even though might not be on TV anymore, basically running NXT, and then The Rock is on the board of the company that owns the entire company. You got three people that are from the Attitude Era in big charge. So you're going to get more of that free flowing, put the charismatic people on the mic, let them be there, be what they are. I think you're really going to get that era coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. And you see how the flow of Raw, SmackDown, everything is since Triple H took over. It's because, like, if you think about it, if you remember, LA Knight was a model agent dude. What the hell? This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. He was. I mean, before I knew who he was before he came to WWE. He was good on the mic. Instead, Vince doesn't believe in him. Doesn't think he's a star. Triple H says, "I disagree." As soon as he took over, look at LA Knight. LA Knight is got the guy. Yeah, it's like the next what chat.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing that.
No, it's true.
So,
and obviously, the folks out in the Culture Junkie Nation are big time wrestling fans, because I haven't seen the comments fly like this in a long time across all 4 platforms. It's been pretty cool. So we'll definitely have to bring that up as the road to WrestleMania gets bigger. Stuff that you guys want to talk about, let us know in the Facebook fan group, and we'll be following along, and then maybe we'll integrate it into our weekly podcast, which you'll find right here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So moving right along, I wanted to bring up a little bit about how the media literacy in this country has really fallen by the wayside, and it relates to this conversation about the wrestling, because the whole thing everybody was talking about he was like, oh, we want Cody, and we don't want The Rock and Roman Reigns, we want Cody and Roman Reigns and stuff like that, and everybody's making this assumption about that, that this was always going to be the direction. Well, how do y'all know that? If you couldn't read between the lines, maybe this was always the intended purpose, to infuse this type of excitement leading up to WrestleMania. Because I'm gonna be honest, coming out of SummerSlam last year, when they announced that it was going to be in Philadelphia, I had no idea that outside of it being in Philadelphia, that there was any juice for this WrestleMania 40. Like, The Rock was nowhere to be found. Roman Reigns had just controversially won the title again at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar had just retired. There was nothing really big storyline wise. Obviously, Cody with the torn pec and stuff like that was kind of a big deal at SummerSlam. But for me, the old school wrestling fan, there was nothing really exciting going on. And having The Rock come back, and yes, the timing of this whole Vince McMahon thing hitting with some extremely heinous things that he's accused of, and rightfully he got out of the way. But for them to have this ready, locked and loaded in the chamber, how do we not know that this was not always, the plan?
It wasn't.
But the media literacy in this country is just really bad. It's not just the wrestling thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about GQ. You said there's a game that's getting ready to drop right now. Tomb Raider Remastered is the first 3 games being remastered.
Yeah,
everybody's upset. Yeah, everybody's super upset that there's a disclaimer, in front of that game, talking about, we don't want to offend indigenous people, and like they're talking about that like it's a bad thing out there on social media. Or more importantly, relating to the Deadpool Wolverine trailer, I talked a little briefly last week about how the Marvels is like a super popular movie on social media, and it's got an apology tour going on right now, and how people basically believed that all the trolls out there that wanted to down this movie are now apologizing for not giving it a chance. And now they're doing the same thing with She-Hulk, because Deadpool's doing breaking the fourth wall jokes, and everybody's like, well, She-Hulk kind of already did it, but it's okay because Deadpool is doing it, not because She-Hulk is doing it. Mm-hmm. So just speak about the media literacy in this country and how things have just fallen by the wayside. It's crazy.
I don't think it's so much everybody. I mean, it's obviously there's a very vocal minority on the internet and various places that love to find like minds and ride the grift as long as they can ride it. Realistically, I mean, it's like we already know with She-Hulk predates Deadpool for breaking the fourth wall. We already know that with Disney Plus and even, like you said, with this Tomb Raider game, putting disclaimers out there is just to kind of cover your own butt. It's kind of really a situation where everybody is so sensitive about everything and they get so offended about everything. A disclaimer is just like, look, we put it right at the beginning. When you get pissed off about it, that's on you. That's literally what that's for. Because Tomb Raider was made in a different era where the people weren't thinking about this. Social media wasn't even really a thing when the original Tomb Raider games were released. So it's like you're gonna have somebody that's gonna get mad up in arms and, oh my God, they're just portraying people like this. It's like, yeah, you do realize this game code was made probably before you were born. So we're just going to put this disclaimer up here so you can shut up and play the game or not play the game. Mm-hmm. Frank Castle said it perfectly. People need to experience things for themselves. There comes a point where people get so wrapped up into what is the other person saying that it's like you're not even experiencing the thing that you're talking about. Like, for example, on Facebook, a lot of people post Rotten Tomato scores. I don't care. I really, really don't care. Like, you can post all the Rotten Tomato scores you want. I will judge for myself when I go to the movies and see whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's all that really matters. My Rotten Tomato score is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, your Rotten Tomato score is all that should matter. Correct, and you're 100% right about that. Like, posting Rotten Tomato scores, like saying it's confirmation bias, right? Everybody loves posting confirmation bias. Like, see, I'm justified for having this opinion because other people had it. No, that doesn't mean anything. Like, art is completely subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because it's trash to one person doesn't mean it's trash to everyone. Yes, the vast majority can maybe think it's trash, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have value. Dido, you love watching terrible movies. You make a big point about watching terrible movies.
I like watching all movies.
Yeah, and because whether they're good or whether they're bad, you enjoy them for what they are.
Yeah.
You don't let yourself get influenced by outside opinions, which I think is great. That is 100%.
You don't do nothing but hurt yourself in that aspect. You got
I already know it's coming.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that.
Right, exactly.
I don't need to hate. I just need to appreciate. Watch movies, feel entertained. I mean, it's like, gosh, people like to rag on freaking McDonald's. Man, everybody here who's had a McDonald's eats a fucking McDonald's, have a flavor for McDonald's, but it's not like Gordon Ramsay burger or whatever the heck you want to call it. It's just it's a burger. It fills its need. I don't know. It's hard for me I haven't had a shitty burger in such a long time. You have to fucking burn shit. I don't know why I'm talking about burgers. I had a burger for.
I don't know why you're talking about burgers either. I haven't eaten. Now I'm hungry.
My burger was so delicious too.
You got to give Dido a hockey puck burger before he says.
Yo, my man must be so hungry. He is literally slinking into his chair like he's about to.
I'm not hungry no more.
He got the itis. Jeez, man, he got the itis. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, like Marcus is saying, I love watching Indian Bollywood movies because they are amazing, funny, and really intriguing. A lot of people will find a lot of those Bollywood movies to be complete trash. Like, and I think there's a cultural difference there of why they have that opinion, but that doesn't necessarily make it true.
That Rocky Handsome
is amazing.
Yes, Rocky Handsome is amazing.
That movie is...
and they got another one. They got another one that's actually about to come out. I think next month, because I saw a trailer for it when I went to go see Argyle. So I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, y'all got to see. Dawn and Dawn 2 are.
So okay, does there exist anywhere out there that everyone could universally say a certain movie is bad? And no, King Takeem, I am not paying attention to your Man of Steel garbage. That does not make it true. I'm just saying, is there one movie that everybody says that, oh yeah, this movie is the worst movie ever made? Or does every movie have
House
something that has redeemable value? I love you saying that. House of the Dead.
House of the Dead was pretty poorly put together.
Any Uwe movie.
Yeah, they were pretty poorly put together.
Was it trash?
In the way it was being made, I would say it was trash, because like, who the heck has an action scene where people are going through stuff and people are dying, and then like 2 minutes later the person has a flashback of action scene that just happened. Like, dude, that was not a very well put together movie. And when I say it's not well, the guy's trying to make a burger and he's not using hamburger meat, he's not using anything that's edible, and then he puts the bun on the inside and the tomatoes across the street, and like freaking uses some kind of cement filling.
Why are we going back?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm making the analogy. Okay. He tried to make a burger with the toppings.
Okay, check this out. The
toppings weren't. He didn't make a burger.
He did Far Cry.
Didn't watch it.
Uwe Boll.
Was that a movie? I don't remember them making a Far Cry movie.
Yeah, they did.
Really?
There's a Far Cry movie.
I watched it.
Yeah,
what's the name of that one? That's not.
He made a lot of video
Yeah,
game
he
movies.
did
He did Blood Rain.
Bloodborne,
Oh,
and,
Marcus D. Boss, it's been a while. Good to see you. So a lot of people have been putting their universally hated films out there.
Oh,
He
no,
says
I-
Morbius
yeah.
is one. I don't know about Morbius. I enjoyed Morbius. I know it wasn't a good movie,
It was
but I
alright.
enjoyed it.
Okay.
Right?
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
It's
Go
very
ahead.
hard to get a true, definitive, this is absolutely universally hated. Like The Room is one of those movies, but it has a cult classic because of the, a fair couple scenes from it.
It's very
Manos Hands of
entertaining.
Fate, which I think Dido had me watch a little bit of, was like, I don't even understand this. And then
I don't know. They made a
No.
video game.
right now,
Get it on Steam. Manos Hands of Fate.
God. And then there's one. Excuse me. Let me take a quick drink.
Oh no, that's okay. Wolverine
No.
Solid X said that Dragon Ball Evolution movie, that was one of the
Dragon
worst
Ball
movies
Evolution
ever.
is horrible.
was-
But there's one
it
that I
was pretty
discovered
bad.
recently called After Last Season. It's a movie, like Dido said earlier in the beginning of the show. It's a movie. That's all you can really say about it. Because it is the epitome of just what the hell is going on. It's literally one of those movies where nothing feels like it's connected. So I'm going to put that in the Facebook chat if anybody wants to.
Where to stream?
after-
Marcus A64 says we don't discuss Dragon Ball Evolution. I get that. Fallen Marvel says Hard Ticket to Hawaii is a good time but terrible film.
Oh,
Okay,
Hard Ticket to Hawaii was so hilarious. That was the one with the
Mhm.
fucking frisbee with the goddamn blades.
Yes!
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yes.
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 See, those
Yes.
movies are entertaining. How
Okay,
how
that's
bad
the thing.
they are.
Yeah.
They're entertaining.
Mhm.
Frank Castle says The Purge where they were in Harlem was pretty bad.
Any
What,
Sidarius movies.
what is The Purge where they were in Harlem? What is that? I have
No,
no
the
idea.
Purge movie that took place
Purge.
in Harlem.
Which one was that? Was that
Purge.
the first Purge?
There's so many Purge movies.
Yeah, I don't
First
know.
one was
Which
not-
I think it was I think it was
Yeah.
called the first Purge. I don't know. I
Okay,
don't
the
remember.
first
There's
Purge.
so
Hey,
many of them.
I haven't watched that one yet. I did watch
Yeah.
The Purge, but I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah.
Says Ali Dopke says Madam Web is going to be a fun watch. I don't know. I'm
I'm
scared to
gonna
go
go
see that
see
movie.
it.
I'm
gonna
scared to
see
go
it
see
because
it. Okay. All right.
everybody was down on Argyle, and I'm like, Argyle was
That's
fun.
true. Okay. Argyle was fun. I'm glad to hear that.
Argyle is by the same guy that did
Yeah.
the Kingsman films, so it's like I like his style. So
There it is.
I'm gonna
There it
enjoy
is right here. Antonio, best bad movie ever, The Coney on Tubi. 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Coney does have a special place.
1,000%. Like literally, that is a Culture Junkies classic. Like if Dido hadn't put that on during one of our meetings at the studio and just thrown it on as we were eating, it's like, dude, y'all got to watch this. So we started watching it. Literally, we forgot whatever we were there to do when we started watching that film, and we were amazed at how some of the artistic choices, let me say, were very curious, but
Yeah.
we had fun. We had fun watching that movie. Marcus Superior Pryor says the Blood Rain movie with Christina Loken was ultra horrible.
Mhm.
Again,
Yeah.
another UA Bowl movie.
They had the nerve to do a sequel.
Yes, they did.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Yeah, they did.
Calling Antonio says calling it a film is a bit of a stretch. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true.
It was a movie.
Well, hold up. What about the first Dungeons and Dragons movie? With,
Robert
Marlon Wayans? Wayans?
I forget with Scott Wolf and I forget Jeremy Irons. Wasn't T1 Robert
Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans was in it too. That's right.
I don't think so.
That's right.
Was in it. No, I think it was what's his name? Thomas Paine or something?
I don't think it was
Paine?
Thomas
He
Paine,
was
but
in it.
I do think it was from the guy that played T1000. I forget his name. Robert
Patrick.
Robert Patrick. He was in it.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick. Yo, what is
Bobby
this?
Petty.
What is this? Y'all read this on the screen. What is
Wow.
this? I went to sleep on John Wick 4.
Woo.
Wow.
What?
Woo.
I enjoyed John Wick 4.
John Wick 4 was great. What are you talking about?
I loved it, except for that one when he was
What are
falling
you
down the stairs.
talking
Now I
about?
get it, but like, dude, bro, you didn't have to fall down
What are
all
you
500
talking
stairs.
about? I know. I know that's
because they were
true.
trying to.
I know,
They were
that
they
part
were
is true.
pulling a sissy fist on him.
Yeah.
They were basically
Yeah.
pulling a sissy fist. It's like, okay, you got to the top. We're gonna put you right back down to the bottom. Start over.
You gotta fall back down.
What's up? Kuroneko
No,
Gaming
I fell
here.
asleep on.
Why just joined and gets up, y'all. Instant ad. Glad to see you, sir. I have no idea why your chat is messing up. You might have a sticky keyboard, sir. You might want to check that out.
After last season wiki page. So I from what I understand, the director put it out under a pseudonym. I think from what I understand, he also got every single copy of it pulled off shelves. I guess he got paid $5 million to make it. And when you watch it, I don't think he spent more than $1,000 on the whole film.
And just pocketed the rest of it. Okay.
He pocketed the rest.
I don't want to give too much away, but within the first 10 minutes, there is an MRI machine made out of cardboard.
Oh my God. What?
You can tell the hospital room is somebody's baby girl's bedroom that they just dressed up. And that's the hospital.
Wait, which movie?
After last season.
That's what I thought you were talking about because I looked it up and just seeing these pictures.
After last season.
That has to be the worst.
Where is it streaming?
It's got to be somewhere, but you can't find. I mean, you might be able to find DVDs of it. You know, on Amazon, you can find almost anything. But it's one of those. I wouldn't even suggest paying to see it. Just find a way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Yo, that's like that dude got paid a grip to make a movie for Netflix and spent all the money on crypto cars and parties. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. Marcus Superior.
Wait.
Bruce Leroy Goes to LA is even worse. It's a sequel to the movie we all know and love. The two movie Afro.
I heard about that.
Oh no. Oh,
the movie Afro Ninja. Yeah, the dude with the afro, the
backflip guy, the backflip karate guy. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Wow.
That I gotta
there
find
was
that.
Actually, you know, it's funny though. I was going through Netflix during its heyday, and it was called Future Ninja, and it had Ernie Reyes.
Wait a minute. Netflix movie, during its heyday, like what? When does Netflix heyday was over?
When is this heyday like?
Yeah, when
was this heyday over? Like what is that? Like, what are you talking about?
Early on his early inception. Okay, how's that?
You mean back when they was still before out DVDs?
Yeah, when it was shipping out DVDs and before it got like all big time Hollywood type stuff. Is that what you meant? That was his heyday.
No, I rented it, and it was. Did
you return it?
It was like. After I finished it, I was so curious. I was curious because it had Ernie Reyes Jr. in it. I was like, I ain't seen him in a movie in a while. So, and the problem was when they had the swords, you can tell they were fake because it had tin foil wrapped around it. It looks like a Lego sword.
Yeah,
I was like, what is this? Can we come up with something better than tin foil Nerf?
Wow, absolutely not. That's all the fun.
Yeah. All right, we got like only a few minutes left for the show. It's been great conversation. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for all the follows, the cheers, the bits, the supports. We're gonna be back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. But before we go, we know we're paying attention to a few other things that are getting ready to happen. GQ says he's gonna go watch Madam Web, so looking forward to his kind of live review next week. Kuroneko Gaming wants to talk about Godzilla clapping Superman. I guess you can bring that up next week on next week's show. We can talk about that. Even though we did kind of talk about it already, but we'll talk about it again. Yeah, sure thing. But also that new Godzilla Cross Kong new trailer that came out today as well. We forgot to talk about that. Looking forward to all these other things, all these and more next week right here at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for another great episode of Coach Junkies Live. And also this week we're going to be paying attention to the supposed Xbox gaming announcement that we'll be having sometime soon. Sony came out with their own announcement talking about their attention to multi-platform, but I don't think it's going to be quite the same like the Microsoft version. I think they're talking about PC only and not getting all their goodies to Xbox. So all that and more We'll be talking about that. For those of you that are on Twitch, we're going to be rating Santaro games right after this one. For those of you on Facebook, we will encourage you to come over to Twitch and give us a follow over there, but also to follow us on YouTube and watch some of the great content that GQ's been putting out every other week on What's in the Box, like including that Crawl Glaive that's sitting on right next to him over there. He also had what was your video last week that you put out? It was Tekken 8, right?
Yeah,
It was Kazuya. Was it Kazuya?
Devil
It was
Jin,
Jin.
part
Okay.
Devil or whatever.
No,
Devil
Jin.
Jin. Okay.
Yeah, and then you also have make sure you guys bring a friend. Next time you come through.
Next time you come through, share it to your friends.
Like the whole friends list or whatever.
Yeah.
So this week's unboxing is going to be pretty cool. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
No teases. No teases. No hits.
I just got to go watch it.
All right, cool. All right, watch out for that on our YouTube channel over there on Friday. On Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So for my friends, the great Adakuji, GQ, and Simon Says, I'm Kishiro. We'll see you guys next week. Hope you have a great one. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there.
Peace.
Don't eat too much chocolate and end up in a coma.
Happy Hallmark Day.
Happy Hallmark Day. Peace out.